Hi, today I want to talk to you about the main takeaway of the book Building Self-Esteem in Children by Patricia Byrne and Louis Savary. I have two kids, and one of the many things I want to ensure I build on them is self-esteem. I believe self-esteem will help them overcome failure when things happen later in life, especially when I'm not around. I want to make sure they have the confidence to push through obstacles when they come up. So I'm going to explain 5 takeaways I took from this book. First, care enough to prepare. So what the book mentioned is that we all care about our children, but one needs to be prepared mentally to be with them. For example, myself, when my daughter wakes up in the morning and she calls for me, right before I open the door and we start the day, I tell myself that no matter what problem I'm facing, now is the time to be here in the now. So it's like reminding myself that I have to be present there, to enjoy that moment. So that was a good point for me that I took away. Second, let children do their own weaning from fantasy. So the book mentioned or explained a story of a kid telling their parent that he was afraid of performing at the school musical festival. The book recommends that we have to value the kid's feeling first and then show a willingness to help. So a bad response to this to the kid's fear is to dismiss the child's fears towards performing, saying things like, "Oh, you will be fine. There's nothing to worry. There will be not a lot of people in the show," things like that. So the bad thing about this response is that it do not validate the fear to perform, but diminish it. So the book recommends a better response would be, I know that you are scared to perform in front of people, or maybe I know you are scared to forget your lines. I also feel anxiety before presenting new things at work, but I overcome it by practicing. Would you like me to help you prepare or practice your line with you? You see, there's a big difference in these two responses. The second one demonstrate or show the kid that you understand the feeling that he's facing and that you're willing to help him prepare instead of just diminishing the feeling by saying, "Oh dear, you'll be fine." So that is something that I took away, because I would have responded like the first time, right? "Oh, you'll be fine. Just go do it," right? So this reminds me that to foster self-esteem in the kid, you have to validate the feeling, understand it, make sure they know that you are able to understand the feeling, and then talk logic with them. Now, the third one, be careful with your negative feeling, is actually the one that I took the most with me. According to the book, children in general, they are the cause of their parents' negative feeling. So in general, the kids think that if you come from work angry or you have something going on in your life, subconsciously they might think that they are the cause of your behavior. So if you're angry or fearful because of something that happened outside the relationship with your child, you have to keep those feelings out of the relationship. So for me, if I have a negative feeling about angry and feel frustrated, I tend to just go to the restroom and excuse myself, or just try to cool myself off before I just establish another communication with my children, right? So if you have a negative feeling in a moment, right? So you're in the car driving and you express some negative feelings, because we're all human. The book recommends then to share enough information on what is happening, so they don't feel responsible for your negative feeling. So, and this myself have happened, right? I'm stressed out for big project at the end of the year at work, then I explain to my kid that what I'm going through. Now, the fourth one, success builds self-esteem. This one is really interesting, right? Because success built is more easily built, right, on past successes. So success is more likely to be believed by the children when you have evidence. That's the one I took away, because I know most people have the perception, they know that small successes lead to big successes in life. So you have to allow your kids to experience small wins, right? But what I learned is that instead of just showing or telling them, oh, you're successful, you have to have evidence. So when you talk to them and you say, oh, you did so well because you have concrete evidence, because you grab the ball with your left hand and you quickly throw it. So you build in them some concrete evidence of why you're telling them that they are successful. The last one is, it gets tied with this one, is do not just compliment. And the based on the book, the secret for effective affirmation is to provide some image, some story that goes along with your compliment. For instance, oh, oh dear, you're very smart, or oh baby, you're very smart. Because I noticed that you changed the battery of your toy with the right size and orientation, right? So this built in the kids or in the child that they are smart, but they provide evidence, right, of why you think that way. So it's basically the kids will remember better in life why they are smart than just telling, oh, you're smart, you're handsome, you're beautiful. So you provide some evidence. So another important concept, as I did not write it, but is the concept, the difference between task and expectation. A task refers to what is to be accomplished, and expectation refers primarily to where, when, and how by which a task is carried out. So the books basically recommend to avoid having rigid expectation and demands on how the task is to be carried out. So you let the kid have fun on the task, and that will help build a sense of success. And a quote that I try to remember when my kids are having a tantrum is, that I took from this book, is, children need love the most when they deserve it the least. I hope this was valuable, and thank you.